Hi, this is the Bucksmont Cloth Diaper Library and Support Introduction to Using Wool Diapers. And I'm going to be showing you a couple of different types of wool diapers and take you through the lanolizing process. Before I do that, the different things that you will need for lanolizing your diapers. You will need a thick, very absorbent towel that's going to be used to dry your diapers at the end of the process. The diapers themselves, I have a few different kinds, and I'll take you through the different kinds in a moment. You need wool wash. Now, wool wash could also be an olive oil-based soap. There is lots of wool wash on the market. I actually like to use Dr. Bonner's Baby Castile soap because it is gentle and mild. I use it for other things in the household, and it's pretty readily available nowadays. I've actually bought this at CVS. You're going to need your lanolin. Now, the lanolin that I use is from Reborn Wool Diapers. She actually has an Etsy shop. But you can buy Lancino, which is used as a nipple cream. You can buy that at most department stores or at the drugstore, and that will work as well. To mix up my lanolin solution, I like to use a small glass jar that I can put in the microwave and that I can put a lid on. And this happens to be an old herb jar. You could use a mason jar. You could even use a little plastic microwave safe jar. Some people like to mix their lanolin in a bowl, and you can do that as well. And some spoon to scoop out my lanolin. So, preferably, you want to have a large sink to lanolize your diapers. If you don't have a large sink, you can use a large tub, and you're going to want to fill it with about 1 inch of lukewarm water. Lukewarm being about the temperature it would be for baby bath water. The really nice thing about wool is you only need to wash it every few weeks. If you have a really large stash of wool, you might even only need to wash it all once a month. So it's really not all that much work, even though it's best to hand wash it and hand lanolize it. There is also a type of wool cover made from interlock wool, which can be put into the washing machine. The wool covers I have, the first one I have is a cashmere cover. This is from Bobby Greens, and it's very soft. This one is a snap-on. They are sized, so they have a size small, medium, and large. These are nice for daytime. They're very soft. They are pretty absorbent, but because the cashmere is rather thin, it's not going to be the best option for a nighttime diaper. But wool can absorb up to 35% of its weight in moisture. So this is really nice for daytime. It's also really soft. I have a wool diaper liner, and actually I put that inside the cashmere one to add to the absorbency. I have a wool soaker. Wool soaker, there's another word for a wool cover, but this one's inside out. But the idea being that you put it on over a diaper. It could be any type of diaper. It could be a disposable diaper. It could be a pre-fold. It could be a fitted, a contour. It could even be a pocket diaper that you're just having issues and your kid's leaking at nighttime. What I really like about this type, which is made by an Etsy shop called Cloud Kids, is that it's got tubey leg openings to really make sure it captures any excess moisture. And it has extra wool sewn in the wet zone. So these are nice and absorbent and perfect for nighttime. Wool is a great option for even like the summertime when it's really hot, and for nighttime because it's very breathable. It's more breathable than the plastic, and therefore there's less chance of rash, and your baby's actually going to keep cooler. Imagine that with wool. Here's a one size cloth diaper cover. It does not have the tubey leg openings, but this is another type that I like to use during the day, and I like it because it's different sizes. Most wool covers are sized, which can be frustrating because they are pricey at the beginning when you're buying them. I also have a pair of wool longies. These were actually just donated to the library, and this is the first time I'll be cleaning and analyzing them. Longies are great because essentially they are really cute wool pants that you put on your kid, and they double up as pants as well as a diaper cover. So your kid can be walking around in these as pants with their pre-fold or their contour or whatever type of diaper underneath, and it'll catch any type of leak and it will absorb any excess moisture. Now to wash our diapers, so I've got lukewarm water in here. I'm going to add just a little bit more. I've got quite a few diapers today. So I'm going to add about a squirt of Castile soap per diaper. If you are using a bar of soap, then you're actually going to be massaging, your covers with those. But this I'm going to mix in before I put in the diapers. I like it evenly distributed. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 diapers. I think I'm going to add another squirt here because I've got longies and I've got that liner to wash. So you really want to get that in. Some other benefits of wool diapers: wool that is properly lanolized is antimicrobial. It's how sheep actually keep themselves healthy. They produce the lanolin in their wool to keep themselves healthy. However, because we use their wool to deal with pee and poop, over time the lanolin is going to lose its protective properties, and we do have to re-lanolize. Liner. My cover. So this is my whole stash of diapers, and I probably wash mine once every 3 weeks, but I use it in rotation with plastic covers as well. You really only need to clean your diapers if they've been pooed in or if they start smelling like urine. Normally, in the day of a wool cover, you're going to take it off your child and you're going to actually dry it and then reuse it. The lanolin actually turns the urine into salt, and so you don't need to worry about washing it every time it's in contact with urine. I'm going to rinse these. So I'm going to put in another batch of water. Go ahead and sheet here and put it under. You really want to gently squeeze the water out of your diapers as opposed to wringing it. And the type of wool that is used for covers is not the scratchy kind that you may remember from grandfather's sweaters. It's really high quality weave of wool that's going to be soft and should not create any kind of chafing or rash against your child. Alright, so I've rinsed those a bit. Actually, what got me into wool, besides as a really good nighttime solution, was because my son was getting chafing from his PUL covers. And so I decided to get some daytime wool covers that were going to be soft and not leave red marks on his thighs. And I just have them in rotation actually with his PUL covers. And since we've been doing that, we haven't had problems with chafing anymore. So pretty happy about that. All right, fun part is making your lanolin. This can be a learning curve with lanolizing. When I first started, I kept having problems with getting lumps of lanolin and not evenly distributed on my covers, and that was really frustrating. So I'm going to put a little bit of water in my jar. And then I'm going to take a pea-sized amount of lanolin per diaper cover. Once again, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to add another one because of the longies, so 5 pea-sized altogether. So lanolin's really sticky, goopy stuff. Oops, that's the wrong lid. But it's pretty amazing stuff as well. Okay. I'm just going to put a little squirt of Castile soap in here. What the soap does is it helps the lanolin actually break up and evenly distribute throughout the water. Without it, you're going to end up with lumps. I'm going to put this in the microwave really quick because I want this water to be really hot so that it's going to turn my lanolin into an oil. Because it's going to be so hot, I'm going to grab a towel to hold the jar. Or even better, my UV glove. So you see the lanolin, it's starting to melt in the jar. Put my lid on top. Make sure it's really tight. It's going to turn almost like milk inside. And you may have heard that it was trying to escape out the jar just a little bit. It's nice and milky. All right, I'm going to put a fresh inch of water in my sink. Once again, lukewarm. Got some lanolin on my fingers. You can right away feel just on my fingers how that makes it waterproof. A friend of mine said she looked forward to lanolizing her diapers because it was kind of like she was getting herself a pedicure. Her cuticles would feel all nice and soft afterwards. I will say your hands do feel amazing afterwards. All right. Nice and milky. And evenly distribute that. And when you take your hand out, if it feels like it's a little waxy, that's good. All right, preferably you want to start out with your covers inside out. You really want to get that wet zone lanolized. Now, all of my diaper covers are actually made out of old sweaters. And if that's something that you want to look into doing yourself, you can. You want to make sure, though, that it is a high quality of wool, like merino wool, something soft. Once again, cashmere is nice for daytime. If you ever find something that has like a bit of a poly blend in it, that's okay, although it's not ideal. If you're going to be using a poly blend, you want to have at least 70% wool in that blend in order for it to continue to be good quality wool for a cloth diaper. I'm just making those longies inside out so I can really lanolize the inside, that wet zone in there. Okay, the hard part is over. Now I get to let these sit for a few hours, and then I'll come back over and I'll massage them a little bit and then leave them for another hour, and then I will dry them.